Good boy. Yeah? That's a good boy. What you doing, Mr. Stormy? Huh? Getting ready to watch a little TV with Dad? Let's see what we got. We could put on some Hulu together. Yeah. We could see a little bit of Scrubs or something. Mr. Stormy often does like watching some TV, but we might get a little bit of a copyright strike if we do put this on YouTube later. Mr. Stormy, my fluffy little man. Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome back to Watching Chickies, the daily live stream about the lives and development of our 3 young chickens. Today is going to be a very Stormy-centric episode. Stormy right here is our silkie rooster. The silkie breed is covered with these soft fur-like feathers. Stormy has not been getting too much attention from the girls today. Kagome is sitting on her little eggs, and Braveheart downstairs is actually laying a new egg right now. So I've brought Mr. Stormy up here just to watch a little bit of television with Dad. He does quite enjoy that. Yeah. Just laying out a little towel here for him, and he just kind of hangs out with me. He does kind of like watching little military things. He likes Stargate SG-1. If he sees anything with singing in it, he often does kind of crow along with it. He does have his own little singing voice. But he seems very quiet and content with me right now. There you go, little buddy. Yeah, you're getting some attention now. Good boy. Good boy. That's all you wanted, wasn't it? That's all you wanted was some attention right there. So if anyone has any questions about chickens, silkie roosters, or just life in general, this can be a good time for it. I usually like using Watching Chickies as our little daily dose of chicken therapy as we go about our day. Just watching them enjoy their lives and just hanging out with them, giving them little pets, treats, and whatnot. Hello, Summit Dime. There you go, Mr. Stormy. Good boy. Good boy. What are you thinking about today, Mr. Stormy? About how you weren't getting attention from the girls? Because you're certainly getting a lot of attention from me now. There we go, there we go. Hello there, J Pixelated Cavicio. Thank you for the wholesome award right there. Much appreciated. Yeah, we're just hanging out with Stormy now because he was not getting attention from the girls. Kagome is too busy hanging out with her eggs, and Braveheart was laying one of her own. I have not watched the movie Polly yet. I have actually been working a lot as of late. Let me see if it's on Hulu. Maybe I could put it on Hulu. J Pixelated, thank you for the silver award. Acrobatic Bike 2853, thank you for the hugs. Let me see if I could put Polly on my list here so I don't forget. Let's see if it's on here. If not, I can check Netflix. There's Paul. I don't think that's the right one. Polly. No, it might be on HBO Max, apparently. Hello, Patim70. Oh, hello, Major Paradox. I don't think it's on Hulu. I might have to check out one of the other services, though we do have a bunch of apps. Let me check Netflix. I don't think Mr. Stormy would mind right here. There you go. There you go. Mr. Fluffy Butt. Oh, it's on Amazon Prime and YouTube. Yeah, Mr. Stormy, you are such a fluffy little guy. Yeah? What are you doing? You perched right on my leg right there. Oh, yeah, he could be such a calm little guy with me. We do have Amazon Prime, though, so I can add it to my list. Mr. Fluffy Butt. Yeah? You a good boy? Yeah, you want to see if I'm going to put on some TV. Stormy is a fan of watching TV. So all of these little chickens are members of our family and friends for life, so they will never be eaten. Stormy right here is a silkie rooster. He is going to be the future father of our upcoming chickies once Kagome hatches them. Our first batch of eggs in the incubator, unfortunately, did not come to term, which can be a common thing. But, you know, with Kagome actually sitting on her own eggs this time, we have a much better chance of them actually coming to term. So let's see, Polly. There we go. Polly. Ah, there's the parrot. So I think we should... Oh, I have to actually rent it. I'm going to add this to my watch list. Maybe watch it with Lauren later. There we go. Add it to the watch list. I think, yeah, Stormy might like Polly. Watching some videos about a little parrot right there. There you go, my boy. Yeah, it might be free somewhere else. I could check out HBO Max as well. We have that. We have so many streaming services. I think we get like a bundle at times. You know what? I could always pull up YouTube and we can see if there are any YouTube videos that Stormy might like. Or let me just check out HBO Max and let's see if we could find Polly there. Yeah. Oh, he is just so patiently waiting for me to actually put something on. Aren't you, my boy? Yeah? He was just crowing and crowing away before because neither of the girls were paying him any heed. And now that he's with me, he's just quieted so much. You just happy being here with me? Yeah, you like looking at the screen, don't you? Maybe Stormy wants to watch Mortal Kombat. You want to watch Mortal Kombat, Stormy? Well, you are looking more at the screen now. Want to watch Mortal Kombat? No, I don't think that's the appropriate movie for Stormy. Let's see. I don't think it's popping up. Nope, apparently the closest thing to Polly on HBO Max is Rocky Balboa. What? How is... Okay. What do you think, Stormy? Do you think Rocky Balboa is close to Polly? Oh my, oh my. Right here we have a silkie rooster named Stormy. He's just kind of hanging out with me right now as the girls are kind of ignoring him, dealing with their own egg issues. Who knows, it might be uploaded for free on YouTube. What is it, Mr. Stormy? Yeah? You my handsome little man? Just looking around? Seeing what Dad's doing? What is Dad doing? You know, I didn't watch Rocky Balboa. I probably should. I've met a few people that worked on that movie. The only thing is that we do put these streams on YouTube later, and I don't want our channel to get any copyright strikes for playing certain sounds, because I know they kind of look for those things. Oh, dear. Come here, Mr. Stormy. Come here. You're all up on my knee when I want you here to get some cuddles. Yeah. There you go. Why, is the knee more comfortable? More comfortable than the lap? Oh, dear. Yeah? You're going right back to the knee? Is my knee your perch? Oh my, such a fluffy butt. Ah, Kylie Jenner named her kid Stormy. Interesting. But. There you go, Mr. Stormy. Yep, you're right on my kneecap again. Is that where you're most comfy today? Well, you could hang out there. That's all right. Oh, what? You want to go someplace else? You want to go to my shin? What, you want to go to my toes? Oh, dear. No, not sure about that. All right. So the chickens sleep in their own room downstairs. They have their own little cubbies that they sleep in. These days, Kagome, our onagadori hen, who is brooding, actually sleeps in a nest with her eggs. Braveheart sleeps on a perch on the top of the cubbies, and Stormy here, he sleeps in one of the cubbies. So they all have their own separate sleep habits. But no, they don't actually sleep in our bed with us. Not that my partner Lauren hasn't been tempted a couple times to bring Stormy up there. No, not yet. None of the chickens have slept in the bed yet. Though we have occasionally brought them up a couple of times just to kind of hang out with the chickens upstairs. We always just bring like a towel or a blanket or something just in case they feel a need to relieve themselves. That way we can keep things nice and clean. How about that, Mr. Stormy? You are so quiet now that you're with me. I guess that means you're pretty happy right now. You want to go take a nap? I could turn you into a little rooster burrito with this blanket. You could take a little nap. I know that's what Mom likes to do with you. We haven't thrown them a birthday party as of yet. They are not yet a year old. They are 329 days old now. So in a couple months, we are going to be hitting that year mark for them. So that should be fun to see. What do you think, Stormy? Is that going to be a fun occasion? Yeah, seeing when you get 1 year old. Hello, origami pineapple. Mr. Stormy, such a good boy today you are. You are my little man. Look at you. Yeah, we might hold them a little Reddit birthday party. Just do a little special stream for them all. By then, Kagome probably is still going to be quite in mama mode. The little chicks that are going to be with her probably will be about a month old at that point. Oh, he's sitting down now. You're quite the calm little rooster today. He is. He is such a good little man today. I think he's just happy that he's getting so much attention now from me, so he's not trying to kick up too much of a fuss. Yeah, his life has really changed in the past week or so, with Kagome getting all broody, sitting on the eggs. So I think he's just having to kind of really reevaluate his place in the world. He's been spending a lot more time with Miss Braveheart, and as a result, I think they might have bonded a little bit more as well. The other day, my partner Lauren actually even spotted Mr. Stormy mating with Miss Braveheart twice, which is the first time either of us have actually spotted Mr. Stormy actually mating with Braveheart. So that was quite surprising. So some dogs can get along with chickens. Some have even been known to kind of herd them and even protect them. But it can all depend on, the different breeds that you have, the temperaments that they have. Because there are certain dog breeds that have been bred to hunt birds. So those ones, like, instinctually might want to attack a chicken. So, you just have to be very careful, like introducing chickens to dogs and dogs to chickens, vice versa. Yeah, he's got a lot on his mind. He might be a little dad soon. Though it looks like he actually might want to take a nap. His eyes are just getting so heavy. Oh dear, Mr. Stormy, oh dear. It's so rare that I've gotten a nice nap time with you. Yeah? He is just getting so relaxed there. Oh, yeah, chickens definitely do have emotions that you can see as they go throughout the day. We've seen happiness, we've seen jealousy, we've seen excitement, loneliness. Um, we can see them wanting more attention. Um, so they do express themselves a variety of different ways, just through their body language, how they might kind of flap their wings, the different little voices that they can use, um, by their actions as well. Like right now, Stormy is quite the content little bird blob here on my leg. And, that could just be his way of saying, hey, I'm happy here. I'm quite content, and he's doing his own little form of chicken therapy. I mean, chicken meditation right now. Yeah, chickens do enjoy a nice little cuddle, a nice little pet, though it will vary depending upon the chicken. They all have their own different little personalities. Like Braveheart, she's a lot like a cat. She can accept pets sometimes, but other times she might give you just a little peck and be like, nope, I just want to sit here with you. I don't want any pets. Whereas Stormy, he's a pretty chill little guy. He will pretty much accept a pet from anybody. He'll accept being in pretty much anybody's lap. And yeah, he's a lovely little man. So chickens, depending upon their breed and how they have been raised, can get along with certain other types of birds. They can get along with ducks. They can get along with quails. In some cases, they can get along with pigeons, but usually that's only when they've been raised alongside pigeons. Otherwise, there have been cases in which I have been told that chickens could kill pigeons and can be quite aggressive with them. Um, Naturally, chickens have to be quite defensive when it comes to any birds that can fly, because usually those sorts of birds try to like attack or target chickens, so they can be quite defensive around them. Roosters in particular will look out for like hawks and eagles and whatnot. Chickens have a really brilliant sense of hearing. They can basically pinpoint sounds that happen nearby for around like 60 feet around them pretty easily. So they can make quite little good guard birds. They will alert you if they hear anything. Stormy, very often when we get deliveries, he will let out a little crow just to let us know that somebody is coming to the property. So I'm going to watch Mr. Stormy there, because I think he might have just been telling me that he's either hungry or he's thirsty. He often does do that little beak, little yawning move as his way of telling me something. Oh my god, you're so fluffy. Oh dear, oh dear. So I personally am not vegan. We do gather the chicken's eggs. Though we are letting Kagome sit on a bunch right now to hatch some. Kagome, this is the first time that she's ever gotten broody, and they have laid a lot of eggs. So if we didn't use them in the past, they would have just kind of rotted away. And, they're quite a nice way for them to contribute to the household as they're here. But these little chickens are members of our family and friends for life. Yes, Mr. Stormy, I'm paying attention to you. I'll give you cuddles. There you go, Mr. Man. There you go. Yeah. Oh, yeah? Oh, hello. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Yeah? Yeah, love you too, Mr. Stormy. Love you too. Such a good boy today. You are. You just wanted some more attention there. I'm sorry. I was just talking so much and I wasn't really giving you the pets that you wanted. So these first 3 chickens are our first. We did a lot of research before we got them. My uncles raised chickens, ducks, and rabbits. We've had friends that have raised chickens we got advice for. So we are in our first year. In a couple of months, we'll mark that first year with these guys' first birthday. So, we've learned a lot this past year. We've tried to give them the most care and respect that we can give them, because these little guys are members of our family and friends for life, so we want them to live the best little lives that they can. I'm not sure how good a chicken's sense of smell is. We do clean up after the chickens every day. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes. They have their outdoor coop and then they have their indoor playroom. So we keep that pretty clean for them, and that's quite important for them to stay happy. We don't want them to be, just living with their own mess all the time. Hello, Mr. Stormy. Hello. Hello, successful ad, 8017. That is a good question, Katie Adams. How many more days until the egg will hatch? I'm gonna have to look back for when we noted when Kagome got all broody and started to sit on the eggs. I think at this point it's been around a week, which would mean we have about 2 more weeks until we'll see some tiny little chicks emerge from underneath her. The chickens do talk to each other and they do interact with each other. Whether I would call it play or not is a different question. They definitely do appreciate each other's company. No, I've never heard anyone say that I sound like Good Times with Scar. I'll have to kind of look out for that. I've heard some people say that I sound like the lock-picking lawyer sometimes. They occasionally do, follow each other and chase each other at times. Stormy does do that, though he is a little bit of a horn dog sometimes. He does have mating on the mind a lot. They occasionally do preen each other if they see some feathers out of line. So they do have that sort of cleaning mentality. So I have gotten a bunch of toys from them in the past, which they largely do not seem to like. What they do like the most tends to be towels and blankets. They like moving around the towels and the blankets, making themselves their own little nests, just doing a little bit of chicken feng shui. Whenever I've put anything with like bells or like mirrors down there with them, they almost always tend to avoid it. I've gotten them a little xylophone that Stormy hates with a passion. And yeah. Oh, chickens definitely can sneeze. So Lexi Complexi, the eggs that we had in the incubator, they have appeared not to have made it. So that is something that happens occasionally when you are incubating eggs. Not all of them will hatch. So it just seems like the embryos stop developing at a certain point. It could have been, oh, first poop. It could have been at the point where we had the first incubator kind of fail on us. And we had to go out and get a new one. But fortunately at this time, we do have Kagome sitting on the new batch of eggs. Mr. Stormy, I'm just grabbing your poop. You don't need to worry. Just grabbing your poop. You don't want your poop just hanging out on the towel. No need for that. I think they do have some chicken shows like dog shows. I think Stormy might be a lovely little competitor if we ever brought him to one of those. We have never had to brush... Oh, no, their beaks. They keep pretty good care of their own beaks. What's the best way to clean a chicken? Your hen gets a bit too dirty, but she loves dirt. So here's a good thing that you can do for our chickens. Instead of the traditional sort of like dirt baths that they have, we actually have a dust and a sand bath that they use. So we use a mix of fine sand particulate and cleaned beach sand that we use for their sand bath. And they use that to clean themselves. That way you can avoid them from getting, too dirty in a way. Oh, and this is just our living room over here. We're not in the chickens' playroom right now because Stormy needed a little bit of TLC from Dad here. Because the girls weren't paying him enough attention. There you go, boy. There you go. Yeah, I know. They weren't paying you nearly enough attention. Where are you going? What, you want to come in for a huggle? Here, come here. There you go. There you go. Lovely, lovely. Yeah, surprisingly, we have found over the past year that chickens really do appreciate attention. They can appreciate touch and pets. And we didn't really believe that they would be this affectionate, but, here we are almost a year later. And we have this cuddly little rooster in our lives. We have our lovely ayam cemeni cat-like hen downstairs. And our broody little onagadori shoulder bird downstairs. And I can't imagine these little guys not being here in our lives. So Stormy needs more attention today because the girls haven't really been giving him the attention. He's been kind of standing in the middle of the room, kind of crowing to himself. So I brought him up here just to spend some time with me. And since then, he has just calmed down immensely. I think he just needed a little bit of attention, just a little bit of touch in the form of some just pets here, which he's probably more interpreting as me kind of preening him. And as such, he's quite the happy little boy. Oh yeah, chickens can definitely feel dejected. And I've shown my face on the stream before. There you go, Mr. Stormy. There you go. Hello. Yeah. There you go, boy. There you go. We have a little brush that we do use occasionally for Stormy, but lately he's gotten a lot better at kind of self-preening, which is great. He's shown more care in his kind of appearance for the girls, which is even better. We usually give him a bath maybe once a month, but this month he's actually done pretty well. He's kept his feet pretty clean, and I don't think we'll be needing to give him a bath anytime soon like we have in the past. There you go, Mr. Fluffy Butt. You even keep your fluffy butt all clean. Oh, thank you. I'm glad the beard returned as well. So we do give Stormy a bath, like I said, usually about once a month, and that's mostly because of dirt that he can build up on his little feet there, which do have, you can see the feathers and the fluff, so that's why they can pick up so much stuff. Both Braveheart and Kagome are pretty good at just cleaning themselves, so they don't need the extra help. When we do give Stormy a water bath, we also then have to give him a bit of a blowout with a blow dryer. And that's because silkies have a very hard time once they get wet to get dry. I have no idea what how THC would react for a chicken's physiology. It might not affect them at all. It might potentially even harm them. I know all animals aren't the same to that degree, so I wouldn't ever really want to try to experiment on them. We try to make sure that everything that we give them is chicken safe. There are certain things that can harm chickens when they are ingested, just like excess garlic, the green parts of tomatoes. So there are things out there that could harm chickens. THC is the psychoactive element of marijuana. Oh my, Mr. Stormy. Well, here is a sign that Mr. Stormy's been eating a lot of greens. We had actual green poop come out of Stormy here. Wow, that's bright green. You've been eating the clovers there, Mr. Stormy. We could color an Easter egg with that green. Oh my. Wow. How many clovers did you eat yesterday, Mr. Stormy, to be that green right there? You're not going to tell me? Did you just double poop on me? Oh my word. Mr. Stormy, I am so glad I brought the towel up with me. No, I would not paint an egg with that green. Mr. Stormy, I need to get this so you don't step in it. Ugh. And now you all see why I bring the towel up with me, because otherwise that could have been a little bit awkward. But man, that is such a, dark and vibrant green. You really did eat a lot of the lawn when you went outside last time, Mr. Stormy. Yeah, I guess it was just that time. Yeah, I know, Mr. Stormy, I know. You don't like it when I point out when you've pooped, do you? Look at that stance. Look at that stance. Yeah, I think he's much less careful about his poop when he does see that when I have protection like this. He's been kind of conditioned to know that whenever he is on a towel, that it's okay to poop. We do notice that when we have the chickens either on our shoulder or in our laps or something, and we don't have a towel, that they will inevitably try to hold their poop. And we've noticed on several instances where we have put them down after holding them for a long time without a towel, and then they immediately go to poop straight away. Oh, and another bit of poop. You okay, Mr. Stormy? Having a little bit of stomach upset? Did you eat way too much of the lawn stuff out there? And I like to call his little comb just his little baked potato that he has right there on his head. Stormy comes with his own inbuilt baked potato. There you go, boy. There you go. We've given them very small amounts of people food on occasion, but only stuff that is still that still has some nutritional value. Chickens are omnivores; they're not vegetarians or carnivores, so they can eat a variety of different things. We've taken the chickens only on a couple of car rides, and those were just in the crate that we have downstairs for them. And that's just to kind of keep them secure as they go about. Maybe he had been a little bit constipated before. I imagine that the poop was green because he's been eating a lot from the lawn as of late. So that's pretty much a lot of dandelion greens and clovers that we're seeing there. So Stormy's pretty much never alone throughout his day. He always has either Miss Braveheart or Miss Kagome to play with. That's one of the things I do recommend to anyone who is interested in getting chickens, to have a minimum of three. That way, they always have somebody to play with. Otherwise, they can get quite lonely. Um, Chickens are very social creatures. They'll need their little flock, and in the absence of any other chickens, you become their flock. So we are here in the Nutmeg State of Connecticut, here in the U.S. So some of our chickens do sleep standing up. On our chickens, we have seen just kind of sitting down to sleep. Stormy does not perch when he sleeps. He actually kind of sits down and he lays down and he goes to sleep. So the chickens have never really run away. They know where they live. They know where our yard is. They know where their backyard is. We even had them outside on the lawn yesterday as I was going around and doing some lawn work. And what happened was Mr. Stormy and Miss Braveheart just kind of followed me around like lost little ducklings. So yeah, they don't really want to leave us. I mean, we are the other members of their flock to them. We have been kind of their adoptive parents, and as a result, there is a lot of trust with us. Mr. Stormy does, and actually, in fact, have a little harness that he wears, and all of our little chickens have been harness trained. So we can actually take them on short walks with the harness. Chickens can kind of do like super jumps with their wings. Most of well, Stormy can't really do all that much in the form of jumping. He can kind of fall with style if he really beats his wings. Um, Braveheart and Kagome can maybe fly up 5 or 6 feet if they really push it, and maybe they can go across, I'd say, 10 to 15 feet. So, there are some chickens out there that can kind of like fly up to like the top of a first story, or they could fly up to a low hanging branch, which is just always something to consider when you are bringing chickens outside. The chickens have seen snow. We brought them out for their first snowfall live on stream this past winter. They were quite mesmerized by it all. They have even walked on the snow a few times during the winter. They do not like the rain. They have definitely shown me many times in the past that they have hated the rain. Generally speaking, we don't need to clip their nails because they kind of wear their nails out on the ground outside, though we have had to clip them maybe just a couple times during the winter. We haven't really been approached for any interviews about the chickens, though, that would be kind of fun to do. We have not gone on vacation yet, away from the Chickies. The closest that I've come was when I was away for 9 days. And that was when I was on a film set, and my partner Lauren was looking after the Chickies. If we were to go on some trip, I would presume we might have some family that lives in the area come in each day to take care of the Chickies to make sure that they are all set. There you go, my little one. There you go. We were inspired to start because, well, I've seen Arpan in the past, and when we brought the little chicks in, they were just so adorable, and I thought, hey, why not live stream these little chickens? Maybe some other people will appreciate it, and that just kind of evolved into this daily live stream that we have been enjoying. It's kind of turned from just a one-off thing to us kind of documenting these little chickens' lives. They're probably some of the most well-documented little chickens you'll ever see on the internet. So I don't know if any pet hotels would accept chickens. I'd have to look into that. Yep, and the Chickies now have their own Discord. We have a link to that in my profile, where we just kind of chat with each other. We share a bunch of Chickie images, and we chat there, and it can be quite the lovely little time. I am a member of SAG-AFTRA, the Actors Union here in the US, and I do a lot of background acting in New York City. Oh, well, we'll see you there, not a dream. Hello, Mr. Stormy. Are you having a good time now? It seems like you calmed down so much with Dad. I think at this point, we might go ahead and we might see if Braveheart has finished with laying her egg for the day. And I'm gonna... Oh yeah, that excited you? About Braveheart? Yeah? You want to go see Braveheart? Oh, that really made you chipper, didn't it? So we're going to go see Braveheart, and we are going to see about taking you guys out to the coop. Oh, you like the sound of that? You do? Oh, good boy. Good boy. All right, everyone. Well, thank you for joining us today. Oh, he's just excited making that noise. So we are going to go out, and we're going to bring the Chickies outside. Well, if Stormy was thrown in the air, he would probably flap his wings really just as much as possible, almost like a little helicopter, and he would land on his feet very hopefully. There you go. There you go, my boy. He wouldn't really fly, but he would probably slow his descent a little bit. And yes, Mr. Stormy, we're going to go out. You see, he's getting antsy now because I mentioned getting Braveheart and going outside. He's actually started to preen a little bit because he's expecting to see Braveheart now. So we will end today's broadcast now as I bring them outside. Thank you all for joining us today. If you've enjoyed this broadcast, feel free to check out my profile, where we have links to our YouTube channel, which has a collection of all of our streams. We have our Discord server and more. We usually broadcast every day around 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So to all of our old friends and new, thank you very much for joining us today, and we hope to see you all again soon. All right, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.